Hey guys, and welcome to the Sweet Pea Farm podcast. We're just starting out, and I am Michelle, and this is my daughter Michaela.
Hi.
We're on a farm in upstate New York, and we raise sheep, and Michaela raises Angora rabbits. So we have lots of fiber around, and that's kind of how we got into fiber art. I am a felter. I've been into needle felting and wet felting for about 3 years now. Predominantly on our Etsy shop, you will see lots of felting stuff, kits and felted items for sale, and that's at etsy.com/shop/sweetpeafarmny. Our Ravelry name is Sweet Pea Farm NY, but if you go to the group for the podcast, it's just Sweet Pea Farm, and you'll see our logo with our little baby doll sheep and our pink writing. So the show notes are on there for our first podcast because I'm trying to be all on point with this, and so on top of needle felting, my dad taught me how to spin. I have an Atkins and a Merlin Tree Road Bug that I spin on, and ending up with lots of homespun yarn. I have been trying to learn how to knit, so I'm just in the beginning stages of that. And Michaela, in the meantime, rug hooks and sews, and basically does all that sort of good stuff. So we're going to go through, show you guys some finished objects we've done this week, and talk about those, and then we'll go on to some works in progress. We have a giveaway to talk about at the end. This is going to be a short episode because it's our first one, and because we have to get to dance class. And some things that we'd like to acquire eventually, pretty soon. So yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, so FOs for this week. I try to do a felted object each day. The first items I did were some little laying down sheep. This one is baby doll with BFL felted over it, and I picked that fleece up, the BFL fleece, at the Big Key Fiber Festival, I think. This one, the gray one, is baby doll with Romney. A gray Romney fleece felted over to give the little curliness, and he obviously needs a little touch up right there. But so yeah, they both have little bells on their neck, and they're just laying down sheep and smiling and happy. I did an elephant with the same gray Romney, except for instead of leaving it in the curly locks, it's just carded out. And so hopefully for the new year, he'll bring us a little luck with his upturned trunk. I did a little otter, which is kind of one of my signature designs. I do several of these little guys. They seem to be a big hit in the Etsy shop and at craft fairs and things. And he's just holding a little shell. Let's see. I think the next thing I did was a polar bear. It was probably really cold that day. So he is just baby doll, and then the black is natural baby doll. And his little pink is something I dyed on the stove, probably just regular baby doll roping. And let's see, yesterday I attempted to do these for Michaela. These are characters from one of the cartoons they watch, and it's missing one of its buddies I still have to do, but this is from the show We Bear Bears, and this is Ice Bear.
This one's Ice Bear, and this one's Panda Bear, or better known as Pan Pan.
So they're pretty cute and chubby, and I like their little smirky faces. And she wanted them standing upright because that's how they are in the show, but it's hard to get them to actually stand up. I didn't put any armature in these. These are like 100% wool, so this guy likes to stand up better. It's a little easier for him to stand up, so I think that's how I'll do Grizz, the last one. And then today, everybody's been liking, we have a Facebook page for the farm. It's Sweet Pea Farm NY. You can find us on there, and I post pictures like more than daily. It's crazy. And I posted this little girl that I did today, and everybody like went gaga, and I think it's only because I put a flower in her hair. Isn't that funny? But if they don't get bells, they usually get flowers. So this one got a flower because she looked kind of girly in the face. So that's what I did today for felting. And then I ordered this BFL peacock colorway roving from Wool Gatherings on Etsy. I actually also ordered some camel down from those guys for my dad for his Christmas present, and I love these colors. These are my favorite colors, purple especially, and teal and blue and green. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be so fun to spin because the colors are fun and it's fun to have a changing colorway. But it's a really long staple. It's longer than I'm used to. And I put it on the Road Bug because I've been spinning a Romney fleece I bought from a neighbor on the Atkins. And I like to kind of keep that there so that as I get a couple bobbins, I can ply it and keep moving. So this kind of sat on the Merlin tree for quite a few weeks before I finished it because I got one bobbin done and I was like, oh, the Romney is just so like easy to spin, and this BFL was such a long staple that I kind of dragged my feet on it. So that's all I have. Oh, that's not true. I have one more. Hold on a second. I found this. You guys are gonna laugh at this. I have one knitting FO, and it's my first knitting FO ever, really, besides washcloths. And I knit a little hat that was supposed to be for my 3-year-old Chloe. It's got a mistake there, but it was too small. But I didn't use a, oh, sorry about that, speaking of Chloe. I didn't use a pattern. I kind of just did decreases on my own, and so I was kind of proud of myself for figuring that out. But it's not perfect, but I'm learning. So that's all I have for FOs. You don't have any finished objects
currently.
this week? Not yet. Pretty soon. Okay, so for works in progress this week, and these have kind of been long-term works in progress because Christmas season was busy with orders, but I actually had a custom order this year for Christmas to do someone's chameleon. So I decided for an art piece this year to like enter in our local county fair or whatever that I was going to do a chameleon also. And then I think I'm going to wet felt a branch for him to be on with some leaves. I have like this whole picture in my head. So this guy has some more work to be done on his little feet and some more sculpting. And I think he needs a little bit of a belly more. I think he's a little skinny. So, so this is one of my whips for felting, and this is the second one. A lady asked me to do a goat and a yak in a Bactrian camel, which is 2 humps, dromedarius 1, which I want a live one of. Anyways, so I'm working on this one. I didn't expect it to be this big. It was kind of supposed to be a Christmas ornament, but I wanted it to be relative in size to the yak and the goat, so it made sense, and they weren't all like the same size. So I love him. I love his face, or her, whatever, but it's a little big for a Christmas ornament. Like, it's kind of huge to be on a Christmas tree, so I'm kind of thinking, do I try again, or what am I going to do? But I keep picking it up and tweaking it a bit and going back, and like I feel like this hump needs a little bit more junk in the hump, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm still working on that one, and like I mentioned before, I bought a Romney fleece from one of my neighbors, and I'm actually going to buy a couple Romney lambs from her in the spring because I'm enjoying working with it so much. And let's see, so far I did 117 yards of the single ply BFL that was an FO, and this so far I have like 135 yards of this. This is some of it, of the Romney, but I have a whole fleece of it, so I'm going to have lots and lots of yards. It'll be interesting to see how many yards I get. I'm actually keeping track on my phone. So I should have at least 1 sweater's worth, if not 2, of the Romney, so that when I can knit something like a sweater, I'll have lots of cool, soft homespun to do it in. So, okay, so what do you have for works in progress, Bree?
I have a hopefully someday side purse, but
and this is made from like a t-shirt,
yes.
So it's not even, it's like recycled.
Yep.
And these are all sewing whips, right?
Yep, and I think all of these are from t-shirts, mostly. Okay. And then this is going to be a backpack kind of ish deal, but currently I have to sew this sleeve in and then sew these straps on, which I'm doing in this material, kind of pretty, like a paisley. That would go kind of with it, and that's eventually going to be sort of a backpack type deal.
Nice. No rug hooking or anything to talk about really this week?
Not currently.
No. All right. So those are our works in progress. In a couple days, we're heading down to Lansing with my dad, and we're going to check out a little, I think they're calling it like a fiber frolic. It seems like these are the new trend. Like, instead of fiber festivals that are like these huge events, some people are holding local fiber frolics, and we just found out about one in Lansing, New York. So I think it's down towards Cortland area, and we're going to go check that out Saturday. So we'll shoot some video of that to show you guys for next week. So if it's something you want to check out next year, you'll know what it's like. We're also going to start a giveaway that's going to go on for a month just to like welcome you guys and say thank you for watching us since we're new and learning as we go. So one of the things that we make, and if you go to our Etsy shop, you'll see, is wool dryer balls. And they're basically just balls of wool. I should have had some sitting here to show you guys, but they're balls of wool that go in your dryer, and you use them instead of fabric softener or dryer sheets. And for a year, they're going to cut your drying time down at least like 10 to 15%. And then they take out static and wrinkles by bouncing around there because you put 4 in your dryer. And because it's wool, it's solid wool, it absorbs extra moisture and then diffuses the moisture from your damp clothes later on. So you don't have to run the dryer as long. So it's environmentally friendly. It's great for people that have allergies to the dryer sheet chemicals that coat your clothes, or, you know, asthma or breathing allergies when they can't stand the smell of those things. And they're just, you know, a great product to use in your house to be environmentally friendly and cut your drying time. So we will give away at random one set of our Sweet Pea Farm dryer balls. And all you have to do is go on the Ravelry group, Sweet Pea Farm Podcast, and join the group, and then leave a comment in the show notes for show 1, a picture of any work in progress. It can be knitting, spinning, felting would be great. I'd love to meet some other felters. Rug hooking, sewing, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, so we'll talk about that as time goes on over the next few weeks. And we are also waiting on our first lambs. So hopefully we'll have some video of the first lambs that are coming. We have a flock of Southdown sheep and a flock of baby doll sheep. We use the wool from both. And like I said, we're going to be getting a couple of Romney ewe lambs from our neighbor Janet. Mm-hmm. Hopefully a black one, hopefully, and a white one. So we will keep you guys posted on lambs and lamb pictures too, and you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Sweet Pea Farm NY and see those things like up to date all the time. Also, if you're on our Ravelry group, I'm in the market for a couple things, and I thought I'd put it out there to ask you guys. I don't have a lot of equipment that is like legit. Like I have 2 spinning wheels that are legit because my dad, you know, gave them to me, and carders and things like that I have that are legit because, again, my father shares. But I don't use a nitty knotty. Right now I have a wooden thing, and if you've been on my Facebook page, you've seen it, that it's 1.5 feet on each side, so 1 wrap is a yard, and that's what I have been using for nitty knotty. I don't have a ball winder. I wind balls from hand, which is fine, but it takes a little time. And I don't have a diz, so if I get things off the drum carder, they come off in bats. I'll show you one. We pull them off in bats, which is lovely, like no problem. This is that Romney I was talking about. So this is a bat off my dad's drum carder, and it's great, and I think the cat slept on this one, but it's a bat, so then I have to tear it into like 3s and draft it out, when I could be sitting and using a diz to pull it off and have roving. It would just be like kind of cut out one middleman step. So I'm thinking I could make a diz out of polymer clay if I want to be crafty. But if there's an awesome diz out there and you guys are like, oh my gosh, you have to have this one, or if somebody makes really cool sheep themed ones, let me know. Send me a link to the Etsy shop or whatever it is. I'd love to see it. So we would love to see any of that. And what else is going to be coming up? We should have baby bunnies in like a month and a half, so that'll be exciting. Birdie has 3 English Angora registered bunnies. What are their names?
Olivia, Linus, and Cadbury.
And then she has like a French Angora that's not registered, and his name is
Bruce.
So we will have babies from the English Angoras, and we'll have fiber in the shop probably in a month or so. So if I don't steal it all and blend it with my Romney. So yeah, that's what's going on at Sweet Pea Farm. We appreciate you guys following us. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video. We hope to check in every week with new fun stuff, and definitely have a lot of tutorials and demos. I'm going to be dyeing some baby doll homespun that I did because I want to make a cowl, but I didn't want it to be white. So I'm going to dye it, and I might do a little quick tutorial on that. I've dyed roving before, but never yarn, so hopefully I don't wreck it. But yeah, if there's anything specific you guys want to see, or you have any questions for me or Birdie, let us know, and we'll see you on the flip. Thanks, guys.